Are you struggling and reaching for high notes but only finding frustration? Here's the fix to keep your vocals smooth and pitch perfect. Forget screaming your way to high notes. Learn the real techniques to sing them with power and grace. Hello, my name is Ken Lavigne. I'm a singer and vocal coach and creator of the 10X Your Voice program, and I'm super nerdy about getting my students and coaching clients to their performance goals. Now, everybody wants to hit higher notes, but too often it feels like trying to squeeze that last bit of toothpaste out of an empty tube. Neigh, 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 neigh. Now today, I'm going to show you how to avoid that common mistake, and get you to reach those lofty notes with ease. So let's just dive in. But first, before we do that, we got to start out with, why are high notes so hard? Now, learning to hit high notes is one of the top requests I get as a vocal coach. Unfortunately, when singers try it on their own, it often leads to serious frustration. I've seen it over and over. A singer practices the wrong way, runs into like a roadblock, and starts believing that high notes are like winning the lottery, rare and impossible. But here's the thing, you can learn to hit higher notes. You just need the right techniques and a bit of practice. Now, I'm going to show you 4 game-changing exercises. Plus, if you stick around to the end, I'll show you the ultimate game changer to hit high notes without sounding like a cat stuck in a washing machine. The truth about high notes aren't really high. That's the secret, really. Your vocal cords don't climb Mount Everest when you sing them. They stretch horizontally like a rubber band. Now, the problem, most beginning singers instinctively reach for high notes with their chest voice and push their way to that higher pitch with way too much breath pressure, which when I do that makes my voice sound like a cross between a squeaky screen door and a duck trying to yodel. So we're gonna try and avoid that. So when we reach for those high notes, 4 catastrophes always strike. 1, the larynx ratchets up the tension, tightening your throat. Number 2, your vowels spread like peanut butter on a hot pancake. It's patchy, it's uneven, and totally messy. Number 3, you crank the volume thinking loud equals better. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And 4, you start yelling. Newsflash, yelling does not equal singing. So when an untrained voice goes for those high notes, neigh, 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 you can feel the strain, like I'm trying to pull my voice up with force. My chin raises, and I raise my eyebrows as if thinking high thoughts is going to do something magical. This represents the opposite of what we love about vocalists like Freddie Mercury and Bruno Mars and Mariah Carey, because even when they go up to sing high notes, the notes sound exciting, but it doesn't ever sound like they're at the top of their voice or the top of their range. There's no strain, only effortlessness. So I've shown the problem and what not to do. What's the answer? The solution is relax, release, and mix it up. Instead of treating high notes like a pull-up contest, you need to relax and release into them. The solution is the head-chest mix, or, as we say in the biz, the mixed voice. The sweet spot where the power of the chest voice meets the flexibility of the head voice. Think of it as the Goldilocks zone for your vocal cords. Not too heavy, not too light, but just right. Now imagine your vocal cords are like a seesaw. Too much chest voice, and it's like slamming down on one side, jarring and out of balance. Too much head voice, and you're stuck hovering on the other side, barely making contact. But when you find the mixed voice, it's like a perfectly balanced seesaw, smooth, controlled, and able to glide effortlessly up and down without a hitch. Trying to hit high notes without going through the mixed voice is like driving up a hill in first gear. Lots of effort, not much progress. But with mixed voice, it's like shifting into turbo. Suddenly, you're cruising up effortlessly, leaving the strain behind. It's the vocal equivalent of a superhero cape, your secret weapon for tackling high notes with confidence and style. So if you're confused about what head and chest voice are, check out this video on the subject and then come back to finish the rest. So let's find your mix and turn those vocal struggles into vocal superpowers. Finding the middle ground can feel like herding cats, but with these exercises, you'll be a pro in no time. Exercise number 1, we're gonna warm up our head voice with a dentist drill. Making the sound, not an actual dentist drill. And then we're gonna move into the siren song. Okay, it sounds like this. I'm sending all of that vocal energy up into my sinuses, almost with my mouth closed. I can really feel a buzz right at the tip of my lips. Now we're going to move that into the siren song, and it sounds like this. Do that a couple of times. Slide smoothly from low to high and back again. Kind of like a fire truck siren. It's like yoga for your vocal cords. Flexibility is key. Next, we're gonna move on to exercise 2. I call this Gi. You're hitting high notes. Start with a simple Gi syllable, as in geek, on an octave leap exercise. You want to keep it light and bright, like you're saying, Guy, my friend is from Quebec. It sounds like this. Guy, 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 Guy. Make sure the tip of your tongue is just behind your bottom front teeth. Okay, I think you got it. Follow along with the guide track. For exercise number 3, we are going to use the syllable neigh, as in neighbor. This adds more fullness, but it can tempt you into pushing. If it starts sounding like nah instead of neigh, hit the pause button, reset, and try again. It sounds like this. Neigh, 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 neigh. Okay? Follow along with the guide track, and we'll see you on the other side. Now for exercise 4, I call this mum's the word. We're gonna mellow things out with mum, as in mother. The M relaxes your throat while the vowel keeps things nice and comfy. Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. All right, follow through along with the guide track. Alright, so I have a fantastic course called 10x Your Voice that goes through all of these killer exercises and so much more. I've packed everything I have learned over the years into this course, from onsets to open throat, from vocal positions to vibrato. And if you're interested, I have a link in the description where you can learn more or sign up for a free one-on-one vocal assessment with me to find out if this might be right for you. Okay, so you've made it to the end, and now I have the super important bonus exercise, the thing that is the true game changer of all of this, because you're worth it. This is an SOVT exercise, semi-occluded vocal tract. Super simple. You don't need anything other than your hand, okay? Presuming your hand is nicely washed and very clean, all you got to do is place your hand over your mouth like this, kind of kissing that fleshy part of your hand, and then you're going to sing into your hands, occluding your voice on that same exercise. It sounds like this. Now, if you do it right and a little bit of air escapes, that's good. You're going to feel some pressure here in your solar plexus. That is awesome. Remember, the goal is to hit those high notes comfortably, not as if you're holding on for dear life. So if you want a full warm-up with backing tracks, check out my course, 10x Your Voice. It's packed with everything you need to belt like Freddie Mercury or croon like Adele without the wailing cats. So let's go hit those high notes, and we will see you next time.